John had a really positive outlook. He believed he was going to beat it. He was strong, and he believed there was nothing he couldn't beat.
He kept his life very simple. It was very much, it was really kind of 4 pillars. You know, we always went to church. He loved his family, my mom, my sisters, me obviously. The philanthropic effort, you know, with Race for Riley and then checking for Andretti, and then racing. So those were really the 4 things he built his life on.
He always went above and beyond. It didn't matter what he was doing. And to him, the whole purpose of life was to give back, was to persevere, was to show hard work, was to be hardworking, was to show that you were 100% committed to everything.
He always used to tell me, you don't have to be the smartest or the fastest or the strongest necessarily to be successful, you just have to work the hardest.
The first thing that comes to mind is his commitment. He was always, a lot of people talk about how he was always committed to racing, but for me as his daughter, I think about how committed he was as a father.
We'll keep trying, we'll keep fighting. He never gave up.
I honestly, I was worried, but he was so confident he was going to beat it. It never went through his mind that we would ever get to this point.
There was an event at my school that was a day in the life of a medical student, and he came and spent the whole day with me. He took a medical school test and all this kind of stuff, and he wasn't feeling well, and he made all that happen. And on top of that, he was advocating for Check It for Andretti, still doing Race for Riley. So he's just one of those guys that he gives 100% to everything he does.
One of the stories that he told me was when he won at Daytona, you know, he had a really good car, and he was very excited about the next day. So I was in the motorhome the night before, and I was young. I was like 5 or 6 years old, and he goes, who's gonna beat Dale Earnhardt tomorrow? And I was like, who? And he goes, your dad. And he goes, you're gonna beat Jeff Gordon tomorrow. I was like, who? And he goes, your dad.
He was a no excuses kind of guy, and he always thought about others before himself. Always, always, always.
It was a heavy burden for all of us to bear, and we would do it all over again. But it's an impact on the entire family that you need to think about. You could just get a colonoscopy, and then you would know, right?
I think the big thing is Dad's doctor told him, you're healthy, you're fine. You don't need to get a colonoscopy at 51 and 52 and 53. And I think when you have a doctor that tells you that, you need to go get a new doctor.
Do you want to take that chance, or do you want to just go get a colonoscopy?
Early detection is extremely important. Ever since Dad was diagnosed, that's something he was always really passionate about, is getting people in to schedule their colonoscopies.
You need to go get a colonoscopy because it's not about you. It's about your family and the people that are around you and the people that care about you.